Hey, what's up YouTube? Funky D with an update to the 2014 Junk Wax TTM Challenge. All the packs have now been opened, so I was going to go ahead and show you who got what. First up is Big Dog, Eric King, Roberto Alomar, Brian Harvey, Pat Tabler, Nolan Ryan, Wade Boggs, Kirby Puckett, Frank Viola, Jerry Reed, Greg Litton, Paul Kilgus, Mike Henneman, Lloyd McClendon, Lonnie Smith, Ken Herbeck, Steve Bedrosian. Okay, next is Bloodspawn 80. Dave Valle, Nick Asaski, Tony Fernandez, Jose De Leon, Hubie Brooks, Carney Lansford, Ryan Sandberg, one of those vintage cards, I don't know why I wrote that in there. Nelson Santavinia, Gene Nelson, Keith Moreland, Bill Duran, Jeff Blauser, Terry Steinbach, Mike Rosler, Dave Island, and Rick Rana. Alright, next up is Kelvin ML. Ozzie Guillen, Dave Valle, Nick Asaski, Barry Larkin, Paul Molitor, Andy Allenson, Bobby Witt, Dave Gallagher, Scott Bales, Charlie Huff, Mark Thurman, Bobby Thigpen, Cecilio Guante, Blaine Beatty, Mike Rosler, and Dave Island. It looks like the set dispersion was not too good in this box, so there's a lot of duplicates, but we'll see how that all works out. Next up is Bounty 331. He's got Richard Dotson, Don Mattingly, Willie Wilson, George Bell, Danny Jackson, Kevin Bass, Frank Thomas, Jeff King, Mark Knudsen, Lance Blankenship, Rance Molinix, Paul Kilgus, Mike Henneman, Pat Austin, Stan Belinda, and Kevin Blankenship. 2 for the price of 1 on Blankenships. Top Shelf TTMs. Brian Harvey, John Farrell, Gary Sheffield, Kirby Puckett, Chris James, Frank Viola, Rance Molinix, Paul Kilgus, Mike Henneman, Mark Langston, Lonnie Smith, Kent Herbeck, Pat Combs, Juan Gonzalez, and Kevin Mahat, or however you say that. Okay, and then next up is Americana Doug, Tom Foley, Eric King, Roberto Alomar, Danny Tartable, Pat Tabler, Nolan Ryan, Mark Langston, Tim Burke, Danny Heap, Terry Francona, Dwayne Ward, Steve Jeltz, Brian Smith or Bryn Smith, Mike Huff, Juan Bell, and John Polaski. Okay, next up is Wesker Griff, John Farrell, Gary Sheffield, Jose Lind, Norm Charlton, Bob Malacki, Brett Butler, Mike Scott, Mike Polirulo, David Wells, Tom Glavin, Tim Cruz, Alfredo Griffin, Don August, Juan Gonzalez, Kevin Mahat, and Brian Dubois. Alright, next up is Stacy Schaefer, Dave Magadan, Jim Presley, Brian Downing, Jesse Barfield, Greg Swindell, Pete Smith, Paul Coleman, Dan Quisenberry, Jay Tibbs, Tom Gordon, Dan Petrie, Craig Lefferts, Dale McCormick, Rick Dempsey, Chad Kruder, and Stan Javier. Next is the Penguin BL, Ron Oster, Joe Orsolak, Alejandro Pena, Dennis Eckersley, Robin Young, Devon White, Jeff Jackson, Paul Molitor, Andy Allenson, Bobby Witt, Kevin Mitchell, Marvell Wynn, Luis Aquino, Joe Oliver, Eric Anthony, Tino Martinez, and finally, Blade 911100, Bob Ojeda, Dennis Martinez, Brady Anderson, Mike Felder, Jeff Russell, Storm Davis, Tyler Houston, Steve Rosenberg, Bill Long, Ron Kittle, Lonnie Smith, Kent Herbeck, Steve Bedrosian, Kurt Schilling, Wally Whitehurst, and Glenn Allen Hill. Now, there's a lot of names in there that repeated quite a bit. So like I said, 90 score. Apparently they didn't really care much about set dispersion in those boxes. But a lot of the ones that we got, well, I'm not going to comment on who's tough and who's deceased and who's not deceased. Reason being is I'm actually going to announce another contest, a secondary contest to this one. What I would like for anybody watching this to do is just watch this video, look at the list of names, and come up with your best guess of who's going to win this thing, and how many TTMs they're going to win it with. Leave it in the comment section down below. Just say the username of the person that you think is going to win, and then also say how many successes they're going to get. And if you guess it right, I will. If you guess the winner and the number of TTMs right, I will send you something. You know, you'll get a prize like from your PC. And that's anybody. So anybody that guesses it correctly. So there could be more than one person that does that. So that's the secondary contest, and that's the complete list of all the players that people pulled out of their packs. So let's see how this all works out. I hope it goes well. I wish you guys all the best of luck, and thanks for taking part. Talk to you soon.